Hello. We're Having a Stroke, a podcast where a guy with severe ADHD struggles to get through a single sentence while the other one writes a top story about bottoms. I'm your co-host, Dominic. With me is my co-host, Joey.
Hey, yo.
Hey, yo. And with us, we have episode numero 25 without a guest.
Numero 25. I like it.
Good one. I too speak Spanglish.
I love Spanglish. Spanglish gotta be my favorite language next to, yeah.
How was your week been, Joey?
My week's been good, bud.
Has it been real good?
It was good. I went home this week, back to my folks, back in the burbs of Chicago.
The burbs.
Yeah, we went up to Wisconsin, which to visit my uncle's lake house up there.
Excellent.
We went like driving around the lake. It was my first time having spotted cow from Tap. Is that what it's called? Like
yeah.
Tap? Yeah, okay, yeah. I had that for the first time and it tasted great.
Hell yeah.
Just like hung out with family. Forgot that my uncle used to work for the United Center. He was like, yeah, so like my uncle, he majored in, I believe, sports management, I want to say. He's like I was mentioning, like, yeah, I'm like looking through internship stuff and connections, and he hasn't gotten back to me about this yet, but he used to work like the United Center, like for like the Blackhawks and stuff, and he says he knows the guy that oversees everything that gets put up on like the jumbotron at the United Center.
What?
So like I was like, oh, that's cool.
God damn.
Yeah.
It's pretty legit, dude. I mean, could you imagine?
Shout outs to my Uncle Steve. He's a really cool guy.
Shout outs to Uncle Steve.
Hell yeah.
Not a Minecraft character.
Also, he's bald, and I like to make fun of him for that. Anyway.
Hey, can you give me some good connections? You're bald as fuck, Lamau.
I Chrome Dome. That's my go-to whenever I fucking...
Chrome Dome. What? You got a lawn for a head, dude. Come on.
Which, by the way, I have measured it. It is growing, by the way.
Oh, what? Your dick or your hair?
No, my hair. You fucking cook. No, like, cause like I always remember like people messaging me saying like, is there a reset button and shit? And I'm like, guys, chill out.
The button has been pressed. It's going.
It's growing back, bro. Like,
your hair seems to grow in ways that like confound me, cause I couldn't. I just couldn't, dude. I don't know how you let it go.
Like,
it's crazy. I'm amazed that you were able to stay with it for so long.
Oh yeah, like the only thing I kind of do regret with my current hairstyle right now is that I think I got it a little bit too short, but I was like, it'll grow out, and I could do like, excuse me, what I like to call like the mini fro that I always do. That I did like in like beginning of the years and shit. So like that's what I'm like my goal is right now, and I might maintain that or go a little bit larger. I don't know yet. But yeah. Aside from that, I got the news today that I'm currently working an internship at a company, and I got the news today from my college that that internship is going towards my degree now, which feels fucking awesome.
Congratulations.
And yeah, I'm very, very happy with that. It was funny because I got the news like today, and then I looked at like the online forum, and I saw something like, because I got added to it technically yesterday, but I didn't see the email until today. And I saw like the first assignment was due on the 19th, and I immediately emailed the like instructor like, hey, can I still turn this in, or am I fucked? Like, and he was like, yeah, you can turn it in, it'll be fine. I'm like, cool.
I I like just the response to a teacher just being like, "Hey, I missed this deadline. Am I fucked?" AskingQuarter.com. Am I fucked?
I never know how to respond to those, or how to like start those emails. You know. Like,
I mean, no, that's fair, but like at the same time, it's just being so blunt, just being like, "All right, right. I respect you. You're a great instructor.
To be fair,
am I fucked? Did I screw myself?"
To be fair, I didn't say "Am I fucked?" Like,
I wish you did. I'm gonna be honest. I mean, now that I'm thinking about it, I'm just gonna start saying it. Just that unprofessionalism, just straight in their face, right at the forefront,
right in there.
Right, just get in there.
Another yeah, get it. Another fun development that happened was so the first film set I was ever a part of, they are now making posts about that film actually coming out, which is really cool. And it was funny because like the posts that were made were like Instagram posts.
Yeah.
And like it just like they added me and everything on Instagram. And the funny thing is that I don't mean to expose anyone, but I just find this really funny. There was a guy on the set, and it's like a row of ats, just like of people's names, and his at on Instagram was smash that motherfucking like button.
That's awesome.
And like it's just a line of like Kate Bishop, Logan Paul, smash that motherfucking like button. Ryan Danielson, like,
dude, it's just fucking. I just imagine like everything else is so plain, just being like, yeah, credits to all of these dudes, and we appreciate the work. And smash that motherfucking like button. Just like, just super in your face. I like it.
He was a very fun guy to have on set, and
smash that motherfucking like button. We hope you're listening, and we love you.
Yeah, hell yeah. Also sorry for slightly exposing you, but anyway.
Also go fuck yourself.
But yeah, that's how that went. I just found that funny, just looking it over.
Yeah.
I also watched the newest season, or volume, I should say, of Love, Death, and Robots.
Excellent. I'm glad you watched it.
Just fucking awesome. That show's amazing.
It's really
Actually,
good.
It was funny because when I went up to my uncle's place in Wisconsin, we were like trying to like we connected like one of like I think my uncle's phone to like the TV, and he like brought up Netflix and stuff, and I just out of the blue recommended Love, Death, and Robots. Which, for those of you who don't know what Love, Death, and Robots is, the best way I can describe it is it's like the Twilight Zone, but every single episode is edited in a different is animated in a different style, and has to do with either love, death, robots, 2, all 3, or only 1.
Imagine, if you will, if Netflix invested in art.
Yes,
that is exactly what they did.
These are like the clearest definition of these are the clearest definitions, in my opinion, of artistic short films I've ever seen in my life. And fuck, I remember there's one on season 3 where like it's like I'm not spoiling anything. It's just like it's basically like I will only describe it as the most masculine looking fucking like thing in like the whole volume. If you know, you know. And I looked it up later, and it was directed. First of all, I was surprised to see it was directed by a woman. I forget her name, but she also directed like Kung Fu Panda 2.
What a horny bitch!
And oh my god!
I don't know. Can we cut that? I would keep it in.
We're keeping it.
We keep it.
Fucking-
We love
No,
you.
but
Whoever wrote this
intent-
episode, we love you still. It's
We
just-
love you. Amazing respect for you. You're a great artist.
Joey, please continue so that way I don't dig a
But
hole.
yeah, Love, Death, and Robots continues to be fucking awesome. It's like I remember the first time I saw that was like freshman year of college, and like ever since I saw the first couple episodes, I was like, I'm hooked on this shit. This shit's awesome. Like,
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I remember when I first watched it, and we were... oh, man, when did I first watch it? I think I might have watched it with my freshman roommates in college. I think that was when we first watched it, and we...
that was like exactly the same way that I watched it.
Yeah, I wasn't really... Maybe I didn't listen. Wait, did you say that, or was I just...
No, I didn't. I did.
Oh, okay. I thought I like wasn't paying attention, and Joey's just like, yeah, that's... I literally just said that.
No,
No, okay, sorry. No, I was just saying it's funny because like ever since then it's sort of like it's weird how in a way like the first like volume was just so good and really left an impact on a lot of people that everyone was like, okay, like when we hear anything about the next volume, like we're gonna get on it as soon as we can. So like that's been
It's
my
like-
only mission ever since
It's like
the next one.
It's one of those series where like when you first see it, you like, I mean this in the best way possible. You become like obsessed with it, basically. Like, cause like it's such a good concept, and it's literally a show that can go fucking anywhere.
Yeah.
Like literally anywhere, and like it's just it's
really good.
It's good. It's
I will
really
say,
good.
from that masculine episode that you were talking about in Volume 3, it has one of my favorite quotes, which I recite every once in a while, which is, "You sip from a camelback full of lies."
Yeah.
It's my favorite quote. Spoils nothing. So fucking funny. I just have it. And like half the people I talk about it get the reference. They're like, are you talking about what I think you're talking about?
You're like, fuck yeah, I'm talking about what you're thinking about. Yeah, it's also good because like it's a very like digestible series too, you know?
Bit by
like
bit.
the longest episodes are like 22 minutes. And like the shortest ones are like 5.
Yeah.
Like they like go like
They go everywhere.
they go everywhere, and like it's just it's like it's I can't describe it.
It's a work of art. You have to watch it.
Go fucking watch it. Like
Go fucking watch it.
go fucking watch it.
Excellent. Now, I have a request, Joey.
What is this request?
Can I talk about the weather?
Go ahead.
Alrighty, ladies and
I mean,
gentlemen.
all I know about the weather down like near us is that it's just been hot, and that's it.
Yeah, and I love, by the way, the fact that every summer it gets hot. Everyone's just like, well, that's global warming for you. It's so hot in the Midwest. How is that possible? It's the summer. It's the solstice. What are you talking about? I don't understand. But I will say, it has been very hot.
Of course it gets hot in the summer, idiot. The heat came free with your fucking Xbox.
But yeah, like it's been like there have been days where it's been repetitively in the 90s, you know, like in the low 90s, and like don't get me wrong, it's pretty fucking hot, but it's not like, oh, you know, this is world ending, or oh my god, it's a life changing summers,
Dude, it's not Texas.
Oh
where
yeah,
it's
exactly.
like 100 degrees every day. Like,
well, the thing is that like especially for Midwestern lifestyle, like it's just the extremes are really extreme. So in the summer you can reach up to 100, but in the winter it can reach like -30. Like the extremes are extreme. So for us, we have to accommodate for all of them, which means that summers are pretty brutal.
which means we tough.
We're American tough, American built.
American fragile. Anyway.
Built with real stout spotted cows and
Yeah, but,
got fucking Swiss cheese curds.
built with fucking
Old style beer and Malort.
Oh, look, built with a certified forklift driver in tow. I don't fucking know. Anyway.
Joey is a true American because he is forklift certified. And that is on the record.
That is on the record, off the record, on the record.
Just letting you know.
Anyway.
I would just love for one day where I'm just like introducing Joey just like at like a party or something, like, oh yeah, this is my friend Joey. He's forklift certified. Did you know that? He could totally drive it. Yeah, he has one outside. And people are just like, really? What's that like? Like just totally fucking with everybody, just like,
what's that like? I played Shenmue once and I thought it was cool.
Like, just to fuck with Joey and to make him as uncomfortable as possible, so that way he can finally improv. And this improv will be better than anything he's ever done in his acting.
This improv would be my magnum opus.
Yeah, for real. We just have millionaires around you, just like, oh yeah, wow, forklift certified, huh? Crazy. How is that possible?
Insane. Why are you? You're an editor.
Why are you here?
Why are you here? Oh, you're forklift certified. Get out. Just get out.
Listen, I know you're wearing a suit and it's got a white collar, but I know it's blue. You got to go back to the lab. So, Joe, you had other things to talk about in this episode.
Don't think I don't see that collar, you motherfucker.
Don't think I don't see your true colors there. They're blue.
They're blue.
They're blue. It's all over there. It's blue.
Over there. I guess going into another topic. I also have been watching a lot of videos from one of my favorite creators on YouTube, Super Eye Patch Wolf, who makes amazing like video essays and like. I recently watched his video on why you should still watch Berserk, which, if you don't know, is a manga that is one of the most influential and regularly cited as one of the greatest stories ever told. Well, not like
manga or anime.
Manga.
Okay.
It's like, I don't know, like it's. Many people hold it in very high regard, and unfortunately, its creator passed away a bit ago. And like he splits it off into two parts. Super Eye Patch Wolf. He splits out the video into part one, if for newcomers, if getting into Berserk is still worth it, and second part is just this beautiful like. Piece of just like coming to terms with that loss of like a great creator and like what it means for that series, and like just it's an incredible video. I would highly recommend it. I'm sorry to like bring down the mood.
Yeah, I know, really really took away the energy, but I don't
know. I was like staying up till like midnight watching that video.
But I mean, it hits. That means that's what YouTube does, man. It gets you the highs and it gets you the lows. And I'd say recently we found a high together. So
we found an amazing high.
Oh yeah. So folks at home, we'd like for you guys to know that as I guess content creators, I guess that's what we do now. We create a specific kind of content, especially for this channel, and we do a lot of research.
I hate that like job title, but I guess like
we are media producers. We are
there. You go.
We are cultural inseminators, if you want a better term.
We're jackasses.
We fuck around on the internet.
We fuck around and find out.
And what's funny about that is
gamers.
Fuck around and find out we're gamers. Fucking. So what's funny about this thing that we do is that after one episode we were sort of like, oh, you know, we just suddenly went down the rabbit hole of finding like stock footage and things like that on YouTube, and we found this one channel that had some recent stock footage of random shit. And I think What was the kind of? It was like
So
yeah. What kind of footage was
so
it?
the way that I got into this was we spent one night, just looking up different green screen videos, and I came across this this just random ass video of like these people like clearly on a set, like behind a green screen of like an outtake or something. Of them like in front of a green screen, like being like doing like crowd noises and stuff. I clicked the link to the because I was like, oh, this is kind of like weird and cringy, and I was like, fuck it, I can use it in the background, it'd be funny.
Yeah.
And then I click on the video link, and not the video link, the channel. I clicked on the channel. I forget what the channel was called, but
This guy's been
like-
posting a lot.
like, and it's not only just behind the scenes shit. It's like, fucking like he sends like videos of like fucking like political rallies and like,
Yeah.
like fucking. I can't fucking describe it. Like political rallies, like people just going to conventions and it's just fucking forced. Like
Yeah, like the way that this guy utilizes his footage and uploads it to his YouTube channel is literally like, I'm bored. I'm gonna go somewhere with this camera. Oh wow, a rally. Let's film it in a very like properly, like a pretty properly filmed like style and manner, you know? Like it's not like there's no bullshit. Like, but it's just so random because it's just like whatever he wants to do that day, he's gonna film it, and it's this very weird like sleuth of stock footage and shit.
And one of the things we happened upon was
it was someone's reel, like someone's demo reel.
someone's
pretty
like
much.
acting real.
Yeah.
Like,
And the thing about this is that we were curious about it because we're like, okay, so it's this guy. It's this guy, and we're like, okay, this is interesting. He has, he's got this connection, and like the acting. How would you describe the acting, Joey?
it's something.
Oh yeah, it's I'm gonna be honest. I saw the footage of the acting, and I was thinking to myself, did he move to California for this? I was a little concerned. I was like, how did he get in this situation?
It's a bit mean, but like, you know.
Yeah,
like,
I suppose.
just,
but no, but like I mean, who knows? Maybe he's just like from the area. Maybe he's like around California, and he just like is into
maybe.
the acting business. That's all I'm saying. I'm just saying it's funny because it's like in half the clips, it makes us die laughing because it can be fairly cheesy, and we were just sort of like, oh man, like this is pretty fucking funny because half of it is like, is this a porno? Like it seems like set up to a porno.
Half of the fucking videos in that, I was like, oh, this is the porno. Like,
Yeah, like X videos and X hamster and browsers has them probably. But what's funny is that we were like, okay, well, this is really interesting. We're just laughing our asses off. And then the end of the video comes and we see the name. And it's Mikey McKernan. And it comes with a YouTube channel and a phone number. So I have the amazing idea, you know, after like just roasting him like 5 seconds ago. Sorry about that, Mikey. Like I just decided to call him. Like we pick up the number. I try to put in, you know, an anonymous number because I'm not really sure if this is even his number anymore. But we call him and he doesn't pick up.
Because wasn't the video like 10 years old at least?
Yeah, it was like, I mean, you know, it was back in the days. It was a very long time ago. Very long time ago. So I just assumed like, oh, maybe the number's moved on or something, or maybe it's a business. And then we get the voicemail and it's, hi, this is Mikey McKernan. I'm an actor. Hey, if you want to leave a voice message, that's cool. And, you know, just being honest, I just wanted to leave him a voicemail, just being like, hey, Mikey, we just saw your video reel from about 10 years ago, and we're just a couple guys from, like, the Chicagoland area. We just love what you do. we don't really have anything to give you, but like we really appreciate you.
It was just a genuine voicemail. Hey, you're a cool guy. Like,
Yeah. No, it's just really funny, and we wanted to look him up. And then we found out he vlogs to this day. Actually, he has a vlogging channel to this day where he shows videos of himself, and all that stuff. And it's just kind of a weird occurrence that we found him. So shout outs to Mikey McKernan.
No, I like literally. Sorry. We don't mean to like harass anyone on here. Obviously. No. We just mean like shout outs to Mikey McKernan. Please, no one like harass anyone or anything over this. No. Just like he just like, hey man, you just. It looks like he's having fun, and he's following his dreams and shit. And I'm like, hell yeah! It's like the same fucking reason we started this podcast. Just.
I was about to say, like,
have fucking fun. Like,
there are tangencies to what we do. Like, it's not like we're not guilty of anything that he doesn't do. So, but we see eye to eye. We've loved seeing his video. So, shout outs to Mikey McKernan, aka the Boo Hob Man, aka is not funny. And that is a bit we totally forgot to talk about last week.
I forgot. Isn't that how he like starts his like?
Yeah, he starts his YouTube video.
One of his vlogs.
Yeah, and he's like, "Hey guys, it's Mikey McKernan, aka Boo Hob Man, aka is not funny, and today we're gonna do," and then that's his video.
I remember we like obviously again love and stuff to like Mikey McKernan. We like heard funny. That and we just were like. What? And then we wound it like 5 times.
Just trying to figure out what he said. It's like the machine quote that I had from Las Vegas. Remember, the more you lose, or the less you bet, the more you lose when you don't play. It's like the same level of like, wait, what? And yeah, I mean, shout outs to Mikey.
Shout outs to Mikey.
I'm sorry if your videos are not meant to be intentionally funny. We love you.
We love you. And even if they are...
we love you.
We love you, dude. Another thing we did after one of the episodes...
Uh-oh.
And it's a topic that I've been meaning to talk about for a while.
Uh-oh.
Because this is a game... I'm going to talk about a game that is near and dear to my heart.
Yeah.
And, like, in a genuine way. Like, I love this game more than anything. And the first way I came into contact with this game was up at my parents' lake house. We have an original PlayStation, and we would go up there, and we found out that there was a shop around that town that sold like used games, and I looked around. I was like, "Please tell me they have a PlayStation out. Please tell me and they did. They had an original PlayStation out, and I was like, "Hell yeah!" And I looked around, and one of the things that was there was the original Crash Bandicoot,
which
awesome. I thought was cool. But that's not the game I'm talking about. The game that I found there that I had never heard about before, but the game that I know of the series, but I don't know of like the game itself. Was a game called Final Fantasy IX. And it is a game that I hold near and dear to my heart just because it's a fantastic game. I've beaten it before, and I forgot I have 3 copies of it now because I have it on the original PlayStation. I have it on Switch, which I beat it on Switch. And then I also have it on my PC.
You have it in as many places as Nick All-Stars.
I love playing Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl on my CRT television with my PlayStation 1.
Frame rate, dude. Frame rate.
I love getting updates on this game. But yeah, I just had the thought of like inspired by fucking Sonic real-time fan dubs, which we'll talk about like on another episode. But if you haven't, checked
we reference it constantly, just to let you know. We reference it a lot.
But like I've been playing it on streaming it on Discord, and playing it. We got like, I want to say a good like 3 or 4 hours into the game already, and it's a great time.
I've never seen Joey cry laugh in a way like in genuine ways that is like, are you okay? Like, are you like, do you need somebody to help you? Like, what's going on over there? Like, you have, in so many ways, because of the voices we do and just the bullshit that like Gus and I encounter with you while we watch you play this game. Like, I don't know how you put up with it. It's unbelievable that you're still alive.
Like my favorite bit that we fucking did was there's a moment in the game where like a band of characters is like in a has taken refuge in like an inn, and these two characters named Steiner and Zidane, which by the way I've looked it up, his name is Zidane, not Zidane.
Oh, I see.
Which I'm like, fucking hell. But they're arguing about like where they should be going and stuff, and then it pans to this to the another member of the party named Vivi, who is like probably my favorite Final Fantasy character of all time.
Pretty
like,
good.
Genuinely.
Pretty good.
He's like sleeping on like the bed. And I'm like, oh, I like Vivi sleeping. It's so cute. And Gus just like
full on just like just straight in our ears.
And it started this fucking like running joke of like characters speaking.
So whenever they're talking, they're just gonna fall asleep at any moment.
Just like,
and like he's still laughing about it, by the way. Like, that's how good it is. It's continued to give him joy as we've played the game. So we're just
Master
like,
Vivi, we must assemble.
Yeah, it's just like, well, I don't know. We should really gather our party. Just straight up, all like for an hour, and I literally like Gus is dying. I'm dying. I'm trying to hold it in. Joey's like straight up rolling on the ground.
There's the funniest part. I was also at my parents' house while that was happening, and my dad was like sleeping in another room. And I'm trying not to wake him. And like I remember the next morning I walk up to my dad and I'm like, hey, did you like hear me at all last night and stuff? And he was like, I did, but I was too tired and too out of it to do anything. I was like, okay, cool.
Sorry, Joey's dad.
But
really fucked him on that one.
Like, it didn't mess with him. Like he was like almost asleep at that point. So like it didn't really affect him. But God,
well, you know what that sounds like.
Funny.
You know what that sounds like, Joey.
A you problem? But
and
anyway,
these are the escapades that we encounter during the week, and glad to share the guys again.
I'm sure at some point, if we do beat the game, which I hope we do,
I hope we do at some point.
We'll give like a full like review on it. Dominic, so far, what do you think of the game? Because like,
it shows its age. I'll definitely say that. But I think I don't know. I feel like the plotline's also like it's good. It has some sentimental value, but I think it's like, I don't know. I maybe it's just because I haven't seen enough of it to really like connect with it, but
right.
I don't know.
Like we've only been like with it for like a few hours and stuff.
Yeah. I mean, Vivi's still a great character. I think I just enjoy it for the fact that it's like the first time I've done any kind of like acting, voice reading exercise in like years. I mean, straight up. It's been years since I've done something like that, I feel. So I enjoy it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It makes it more enjoyable.
Also it's funny because I'm currently playing Final Fantasy VII for the first time. Because it was funny.
Time?
it was funny. No, because I've beaten 9.
Oh,
and
right.
like I've beaten 9, so I know everything that happens in that game. And I've
Uh-huh.
always been curious about 7. And like I I
What?
fuck. There it goes. I forgot what I was gonna say.
Do you like it? Is it good? Are you enjoying
No, okay.
it?
I remember now. I was playing Remake, the
Mm.
Final Fantasy VII Remake.
Mm.
And I remember I was playing it and I was like, this, okay. I've never played Final Fantasy VII. The only attachment, I know like the plot and everything
Right.
from like YouTube videos,
Uh-huh.
but I was like playing it and I'm like, this makes me want to play the original
Really?
in the weirdest fucking way possible. And like,
Really?
I've been trying to do that because like Final Fantasy VII on PC is like weirdly ported because like you have to have like you have to make a Square Enix account to play it, and like it's weird. But yeah, I'm playing through that. So far, it's pretty good. Like I've gotten like under an hour in already. So I'm not that far in, but like yeah.
Do you want me to give you voices for that one too?
Nah, I'm good. I'm good.
Nah.
But Dominic, I think it's time.
It is time, ladies and ladies. Hold up, let me get my Ladies and gentlemen of the audience of We're Having a Stroke podcast, welcome to the spoiler cast edition of Stranger Things Reviewed.
Let's go.
There you go.
Ladies and gentlemen, I have fully caught up on Stranger Things, and this is going to be our spoiler cast for seasons 2 through 4 of Stranger Things. And keep in mind, we are not fully done with season 4 either.
Yeah, actually,
because
it comes out like in a week or something, right?
it comes out in a week, so we can talk
Ah.
about that too later on.
Oh yeah,
Um,
yeah.
But if you are like one of the guests we had and you're looking for the outro, or if we have like more content at the end of it, we'll also like dive into that.
Yeah, if you're
But-
like Joey and you didn't watch it like 2 weeks ago, maybe this part isn't for you. And if you don't give a shit, we support you.
Yeah, we support you. You are, yeah. God damn it.
What?
No, I'm saying God damn it myself.
Oh, I thought you said you as into me, like you're
Jesus,
confusing me.
Joey, put a time code up if like
Get away from this.
for the outro or like whatever.
Here's a time
like,
code for later. Time
For
code
later.
for later.
Time code is right there, and we will be getting into spoilers in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. Immediately, okay, so to refresh everyone on my thoughts on season 1, I like season 1, but I don't love it. I think it's a bit too cliche for my liking. I think that the characters are they're well written, some of them, but like there are other parts of it where I don't like it. I seriously don't like the relationship between Elle and Mike because I feel like there's no it feels kind of forced in my opinion
At this
And-
point or throughout?
during season 1.
Okay, got it.
Only around season 1 are these. I'm just repeating.
We're just
my
refreshing.
thoughts.
Got it. Sorry.
Yeah. But yeah, I think my favorite characters of season 1 were Jim Hopper and Joyce. What's Will's last name?
Man, Joey, the last time I watched
Joyce
it was when it came
Barnes,
out.
I think.
There you go.
Was it Barnes? Yeah.
Sure.
Fuck it. If we get
I'm
it
gonna Google
wrong.
Nope, sorry. Keep going with your
Okay.
explanation.
But moving on.
Yeah, go ahead, man.
Let's talk about I'm all caught up on Stranger Things, and I'll be going through it season by season, going over my thoughts on all of it. So, season 2, in my opinion, is like a drastic improvement.
Mm.
I like season 2 a lot. Let me check my notes.
Will Byers is his name.
Byers, not Barnes. Fuck.
Close enough.
So, I thought that the VFX were way better. The characters' writing itself was way better. The second that I saw Billy's introduction in the show to him walking out of like a black car to the song "Rock You Like a Hurricane," that is quite possibly the fucking coolest like intro of a character I've ever seen in my life.
How hard did it make you?
I don't know if I want to say too hard because he's kind of a racist. But
did it rock you like a hurricane?
I still love Jim and Joyce.
Mm-hmm.
Jim and Joyce are like probably like my favorite characters on the show.
Mm-hmm.
I loved the fact that Jim basically turned into Eleven's dad.
Yeah.
Because it just like covers up his like trauma at the same time, like gives him something he's always wanted.
Yeah.
It's just it's great storytelling, and like I loved it. The 8 storyline fucking sucks.
8 storyline?
The 8 story. So you know like the intro part to season 2 where the people are like robbing a bank in like Pepe Sylvia or some shit.
In Pepe Sylvia.
Is it Pennsylvania or like?
It's in Indiana. What are you talking about?
No. I mean, it's the other chick that has powers in that season and can like mess with people's fucking minds, makes them see like spiders.
I'm gonna be honest.
This
Joey.
is how forgettable this fucking character is. We're like. Okay, 11 spends the second to last episode of the season fucking, like, going to this city to meet this chick.
Oh, right, because she's trying to find somebody like her. Yeah.
Like, yeah. That's how useless she fucking... That feels like a fucking filler arc. Like... Like, she shows up at the beginning of the series. Beginning of the episode of the season, and then the second to last episode, and is never mentioned again.
I mean, to be fair, like, you also take notes. You seem like you've taken extensive notes through every season. Oh, yeah. I watched them as they came out, and like, you know, I had like a life between every season, so like, it was
content.
Yeah, I know. Real life content. So I don't know. I think maybe it's just my memory's kind of fuzzy, but. I don't know.
But it is funny that like you genuinely forgot about that character because it's one of the most. It's funny because on one hand it's a big part of that season, but on the other it's also the most forgettable part of that entire fucking season.
Yeah, right. No kidding.
So. Max is a cool character. I like Max.
Yeah.
Max is fucking great. I love the part where that one where like someone is explaining the plot of season 1 to Max, and she straight up just says, "That sounds cliche as fuck." Like,
that's awesome.
Wait, that's the best. But yeah, my overall thoughts of season 2 was that it genuinely made me care a lot more about these characters to the point where. Holy shit, Bob, man. Like,
yeah. Bob
is adorable.
Adorable.
And he's just like a cute, like, fucking golden retriever boyfriend, and like and like he's just excited to like just like be around like his girlfriend and like Will, and then he just fucking dies.
Yeah.
I literally was screaming, like, no!
I don't blame him, man.
Oh, my God.
It's brutal deaths. Brutal deaths
It
in
is
that
a
season.
brutal death. Like, oh my god.
No lack of brutality in any of these, by the way.
No black and brutality in any of the seasons. But yeah, season 2 I thought was an immediate improvement on season 1. I almost forgot how numbers worked for a second.
I was very confused as to where you're going with that one.
But moving on. Oh, a quick point that I wanted to bring up in between seasons.
Yes.
Is that okay? So with a lot of series, a big part of like writing a series, like in general, is and there's a police car going. Goddamn. Okay. A big part of writing for a series is it's so loud.
Is that? Are you sure that's
sorry.
not an ambulance?
I'm sorry if you can hear that in the back. The episode's not over yet. Oh my god, it's right there. Wait, it's an ambulance. No joke, that's an ambulance.
Oh fuck! Shit, Joey, we gotta end the podcast.
Oh, thank you for listening to the podcast.
By the laws of the universe, this must end.
But a quick note that was fucking excellent. A quick note that I wanted to make is that with a lot of series, a big thing you need to keep in mind with the series is the where and most importantly the why. Now, like I feel like a lot of media now kind of sets itself in like the 80s and the 90s as kind of just an aesthetic choice. If that makes sense.
Yeah,
because like just it's like
it follows
banking on the
It follows a traditional non-inclusive, not all-inclusive trend known as the 30-year trend, which is that every 30 years you go back, which is that like at the time period now, generally you can go back 30 years to an aesthetic and it is generally liked upon.
Yeah,
for instance,
it's like why a lot of people like making games now in like the PlayStation 1 aesthetic.
Yeah.
Like,
and it's also the explanation why in the 2010s we had like a retrofit with the 80s and like the NES and stuff, and that became a whole trend in like the late 2000s to the early 2010s.
Yeah. But the thing I like about Stranger Things is that it like in my opinion justifies it being in the 80s cuz like they don't have cell phones and can't easily contact each other. And like
which is funny how much we take that for granted, and then you watch Stranger Things and you're like, just call them or like something like that, you know?
And it's like, oh, you can't.
Man,
like,
I'm so young.
like it sets up like these predetermined like things that like the characters just can't do because of the time period, and I think it works to the show's like benefit overall.
Yeah.
Also, I wrote this down for the break too. Mike's dad is one of the most pathetic characters I've ever seen in my fucking life. Oh my fucking god. Like, this man legit says in season 1, and I quote, "We can always trust the government. They have our best interest in mind." Motherfucker, Vietnam happened at this point, okay? Like, like, go fuck yourself. Like, he sounds so just like boring and like out of it in every fucking scene he's in. And I'm like, dude,
Liven it up a bit.
like, fuck off. Like,
Oh, fuck, that's funny. Oh my god, that's funny. Oh. I wouldn't say it's a hot take, that's just accurate.
that's just accurate. Like literally in season 4, spoilers, but he's just like, fucking, might want to threaten them with a little jail time. Like, fuck off!
Yeah, exactly.
Like, he's saying that right in front of the kids.
I mean,
so,
it's very 80s, I suppose.
like,
God, that is the funniest fucking line. don't know why I want to use that like in other things as well. Just being like, come on, like have you never heard of Vietnam? It's just like, just like as a way to throw everybody off. Oh. How was season 3?
Okay. So I go back and forth on if season 4 or season 3 are my favorite. The more I think about it, it might be season 3.
Season 3, by the way, is the one where they're at the mall, right?
Yes.
Got it. Okay.
It was the one before this one. Okay. After this one.
Good one, Joey. I too can recall things.
Ha! Fuck! So, the start... Okay. So, I forgot to mention this. I forget if I had the same... I didn't write these down. I forgot if I had the same feelings about Will and Elle's relationship in season 2. Mm-hmm. But I liked it a lot more in this. At the start of season 3, where, like, it's Elle and Mike kissing.
Yeah.
I like it. Like, I feel like their relationship has genuinely grown a lot more into being, like, more, like, believable and natural in my mind.
Now, here's my question.
What's up?
Do you think that believability is part of the fact that they're maturing from just being kids to, like, being more, like, growing more into being teenagers and going through puberty and things like that? Do you think that's, like, more because of it? Because I feel like in the beginning, that's sort of what, like, a lot of childhood relationships are like. They're kind of pointless. But that's sort of that's how they go. And then they develop into something that maybe has more intention. Now, do you think that's intentional? Or do you think that's more of, like, maybe it's just they didn't start out that way, you know?
It might be intentional, but, like...
Because to me, it feels intentional, you know?
I thought that, like, their relationship was, like, way better solidified. And, like, I think, like, 2 and 3 it was a lot more solidified.
Yeah.
And, like, believable in my mind. I don't know. Just, in season 1, the way it, like, rubbed me, it felt weird. Because, like, I felt like, it kind of just felt like Mike just, like, woke up one day and was like, I love Elle! And I was like... Because I thought that kiss was, like, weird. And then again, the kids...
Oh, my God. Know. I woke up Morningwood.
Dominic, the children.
It happens to the best of us.
Oh, this fucking guy. Anyway.
I'm not a Boy Scout, but I can pitch a tent.
But anyway, I really did like Elle and Mike's relationship. I thought it was very cute. Also, this made me really like Eleven's overall character arc through the show at this point. Because she goes from someone who's just broken out of, like, this science experiment and, like, is learning English to, like, a fully developed person with, like, longer hair and, like, a style and, like, like, opinions and emotions and shit. And I'm like, I love that. That, like, I thought that arc was, like, genius. And, like, I think it's really good.
It's a very unique character development, you know?
It is.
It's kind of hard to find that.
Because, like, there's not many people where, like, you see them grow, like, that much throughout, like, a season. Because, like, it's so interesting because the way that Elle talks in season 3 and 4 is nothing like the way she talks in, like, 1.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. And it's good. It's really good.
Yeah.
Also, I thought I was so invested in the relationship between Mike and Eleven that when they broke up, it surprised me a lot.
I see. I mean, fair. Now here's my question: what about the other relationship? I forgot their names because it's been a while. What the fuck? The teenagers.
Max and
teenagers, dude.
Nancy and Jonah, was it? Or Jonathan. The second that they, like, saw each other in I forgot. How did I forget to mention these fucking things?
I have no
Okay.
idea.
So,
You're too focused on kids. No, sorry, I'm not gonna make that joke. You're too focused on them kids.
no. What the fuck? Anyway,
Just making a joke, man.
I think Nancy is a really cool character in general.
Mm-hmm.
I think that Jonathan is a very also cool character, and it's funny because like it made me also like look at it and be like, it's an oh, what was I saying? Fuck.
You were talking about how he was some kind of character, and then you trailed off because I don't know. I think you wanted to talk about the relationship.
I think that like seeing them at the end of season 3 and the relationship in season 2 and 3 is good. And I think it's very strong. Nancy is probably like another one of my favorite characters. Because it's just the way she's written and like who she is as a person.
Yeah.
And she just wants her guns, bro. Like, but yeah.
How do you feel about Russia?
Okay.
Russia in the show. God, get your mind out of there. Because it's kind of a weird thing. It's just a weird little tidbit.
There's a part that I was going to get into later, but I guess I can address it now.
Okay.
Stranger Things. I wrote this down exactly because
It's
I knew I wouldn't get it right.
Yeah.
Or just remember it, so I wrote it down, and I will repeat not repeat mine. Okay.
Go ahead.
The problem with Stranger Things is a good show. I should preface this. Stranger Things is a good show. The problem with Stranger Things, though, is that it always had an A storyline that I really care about and a B storyline that I don't really care for at all. And, like, this Russia storyline in Season 2 and somewhat in Season 4,
Yeah.
I just kind of don't care for it that much. Like,
Yeah.
because, like, there's always... It happens every fucking season where, like, there's a world-ending plot, and then there's a side plot of something that, while, yes, it does affect our characters, I don't care for that much.
Yeah.
Like,
I agree.
Like, the,
I will
Will
say-
being possessed by, like, that one thing in Season 2 and all the troubles that go through that is good. Billy being a racist, I'm like, okay, like...
I mean, I will say, like, I think the setup and, like, having it be related to, like, that KGB and having them be an influence into the next season, I think it's an okay storyline because it sort of, like, gives us a taste into, like, the fact that this is sort of, like, an interesting thing that, like, is not just an American-centered focus, and I think maybe that's, like, just telling of, like, the times in the 80s, because, I mean, you know, it seemed like in the 80s it seemed very America-centric, so, like, when you have another worldview that's like, oh, here's an opposing view from, like, literally somebody that we've been at war at for decades, it's interesting, I think, in that sort of dynamic. Do I think it's as interesting as anything else that's going on in the story? No, not really, but I think it does lead into interesting features later on, but it's kind of weird it has to set it up that way.
Yeah, like...
I think it shouldn't have to lead to that much buildup, you know?
I didn't know, like... It's... I don't know.
I mean, to be fair, the United States government breaks down the doors of, like, these people, like, like regularly every season. So, like, you know, it's also... That happens.
Which there's one part in Season 4 that I will get to that I find fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
But we'll get to it.
We'll get to it.
I think Dominic might know what it is.
I think I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, okay. Season 3, in my opinion, is like... The production values of Season 3 are fucking phenomenal. I thought the editing of Season 3 is fucking awesome. It's so good. Like, just the way it's cut and everything is great. Jim's fucking... the first, like, joke heart to heart with the kids is hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
And when oh my god, when Jim brings Mike to his car, and like literally says, "We are going to talk about if you can still date my daughter," I was like, "Oh!" and then when Elle comes out and he's like, "I don't think I'm gonna see Mike for a while," and then Jim just gets in the car and is like,
It's just like busting his ass.
"It's so good." This is why Jim's the best. Like,
I love Jim. We love Jim.
it's so funny. What else? Max and 11 hanging out, going to the mall, and 11 using her powers to spy on the boys is awesome.
Oh yeah.
Like it's such like a relatable and childlike thing to do in that moment, and it works so well, in my opinion. Also, I have it written down that Steve, when he wears his uniform for the ice cream place, it looks like he's wearing a skirt, and I think that's funny and cool.
Why do you think he's so embarrassed to work there? He's just like, fuck, I gotta go to this ice cream store and wear a skirt. This is bullshit.
This is bullshit. In the 80s, oh.
Short shorts were in. Skirts, pff. What are you, a gay?
a gay?
Happy Pride Month.
Happy Pride Month. Billy, I literally have it written down here. Billy turns more heel, and it's awesome. Like Billy becoming like the whole cloning thing.
Yeah.
Is like it's awesome, but it's also stupid at the same time, and I love it.
Yeah.
I also thought that one scene where like Jonathan and Nancy get yelled at by like the boss of the paper place, and like how he literally kicks the frame into a Dutch angle. That was genuinely good cinematography.
Yeah.
I thought that was good.
Sorry.
What's up?
No. I'm just saying. You're making good comments that I'm starting to remember, which is pretty funny.
Yeah.
It was sort of like, oh yeah, there was that one time, and you just kicked it down.
Oh, I kind of skipped around a bit with this. Okay, my next note after 11 uses her powers to spy on the boys is awesome. Is all caps Jim no.
Jim, please.
Jim no, because like it was like his death scene.
Oh, it was like one of the last one of the last episodes.
And like I thought like Billy and this season made me care a lot more about Billy too, which I thought was good because Billy definitely was a character that needed character development.
Yeah.
Just that Billy's sacrifice and fucking Jim's like sacrifice, quote sacrifice because of season 4, were good. Yeah. And it amounted to what I think was the strongest season of Stranger Things, in my opinion. Jim's last speech that he wrote down and they said at the end of the season was so good. It made me cry twice because it's just like him talking about like growing up, and like I was like, "Fuck, dude, that's good."
Yeah.
I at the end of season 3 genuinely thought that you could have ended the series there.
Yeah, I agree.
Cause like, it makes sense because like it's like a classic like kind of 80s ending of like one character's moving away, and then like the other ones just stay in like fucking, the Hawkins.
There you go. Got
the
it.
Hawkins.
Hawkins.
The Hawkins. But
It also had, I think, maybe it is, maybe it isn't. I felt like a kind of classic twist of like, oh, it's not dead yet. It's still in Russia, which like would also be kind of a good ending because it's like, oh, haha, there's something in Russia, but they decided to keep going.
Hey, yo, who's in Paris?
Yo, who the fuck's in Russia?
Who the fuck's in Russia?
Gus is gonna have a fun time listening to this one.
Season 4.
Season 4.
First of all,
hot off the press.
First of all, my immediate 2 notes are season 4 has a very slow start, and this shit is long as hell.
It's true. It is true.
This shit is fucking movies.
Yeah.
They are goddamn movie lengths. An hour and 15 minutes.
Mm-hmm. So when I was quarantined and stuck with my cold, I mean, I literally, just to explain to people like how long it took for me to digest all of season 4, because I basically was like, I'm sick, I don't know what to do. I'm just going to watch it because I think I should watch it. I'm not kidding when I say I woke up at like 6 a.m. and then I watched it basically all the way through with like, breakfast, lunch and stuff until we recorded the podcast that day.
At 8 o'clock at night.
At 8 o'clock at night. I spent all day watching season 4, and it was so much.
To preface,
so much.
So for the last episode, it was 2 episodes ago, I want to say.
Mm-hmm.
I was watching it, and I was like binging it all day. By the time I had recorded the episode, I was at the time to record the episode, I had two episodes left. And which is like, because like the last episode's like almost 2 hours long.
Yeah, it's not even the last episode technically.
Not even like what the, oh my god.
We're gonna get an Avengers Endgame for Volume 2. Oh
my god.
But what's your thoughts on it?
Fuck. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Let's go through this. My first note I had was actually, there's one like little detail that I really love that carries throughout the entire series. And it's something that you don't notice it until it's pointed out to you. And it's a blue hair tie. And so we first see it around Jim's daughter's head, who is the one that dies of cancer. And then we later see in like season 1 and 2, I want to say, I don't know if it's in 2. It's around Jim's fucking wrist. And then in season 3, it's around Elle's wrist. And in season 4, it's also around Elle's wrist. And it's just, it's minor storytelling like that I think is very cool about Stranger Things.
They get good details. Really
it's very good details. All right, let's get into season 4.
Nice to see that we got some good potheads in this season.
This long ass fucking season with weed jokes every 5 seconds. Jesus fucking Christ. Jonathan says it's good for the environment, and Reagan sucks.
Funny boomer jokes.
Anyway, the first note I had was the scene of like Angela, whatever the fuck the blonde bitch's name is, all those kids that bully 11. Makes me hate kids.
Yeah. No, I mean,
not much I can say about that. It just sucks.
It's high school.
And it gets worse. Episode 1 does make me miss Jim a lot. Which I think is the point. Yeah. Until the end of the episode, where they're like, he's alive! Look at him!
Oh my god!
Look at him! He's fucking... He's chilling with the Rasputin and shit. Like,
yeah, chilling. Literally freezing. He's freezing to death.
He's just chilling. I already met. I literally wrote down.
You're really losing your points all the time.
I literally wrote down, for fuck's sake, of course Robin is a band kid. But you don't know if I mentioned this before. Robin's a cool character. I like Robin.
Yeah, I agree.
Will looks so different, and it's strange. Like,
I don't think that's the stranger thing about this.
But like, yeah, like Will looks very different. I mean, that's also just because like all the characters are grown up and shit.
Yeah.
Which I think is like it's kind of a cool part of the storytelling.
Yeah, I think
in general.
It's like Harry Potter, but like Netflix. I didn't have a good analogy with that one.
Yeah. It's like Harry Potter, but not Harry Potter.
It's like Harry Potter, but American.
So the first time I saw Vecna, I said, "What the fuck is this Swamp Thing Nemesis from Resident Evil 3 looking ass guy?" And then I saw him kill Chrissy, and I was like, "Jesus Christ, that looks fucking awesome, but also terrifying."
Oh no, I will say this episode plays with this episode's just this volume is just really gory.
It
feels gory.
It very much is. I literally have back-to-back notes of I don't know how to feel about Hopper being alive, followed by I think Jim being alive is fine.
I don't know how to feel about it. That's fine.
So when Nancy and Robin go to visit that university, and see that guy with the sewn-up eyes, Dominic, do you know who he's played by?
I don't really.
Dominic, he is played by Robert Englund.
What?
Do you know who Robert Englund plays?
Who does he play, Joey?
He plays Freddy Krueger.
Huh. Interesting. I wonder how that happened.
Well, because I was like, dude, that's fucking awesome. Like,
yeah, exactly.
The second I saw that, I was like, oh, fuck yeah, we're getting horror icons in this bitch. I think I fucked up the last name too, but anyway.
Yeah.
Oh, here's the part that I referred to earlier. So, when the government, when like the guys in like the suits are protecting Mike and Will and Jonathan at the house, and they get raided by military guards, how the fuck does one guy with a fucking pistol fend off an entire like platoon of military guards with assault rifles?
Government. That's the answer. I don't know, man.
Like, he literally outguns them with a pistol. It's fucking...
It's impressive. I mean, it's
very impressive.
Nothing less than that.
Very good gunman right there.
I don't know, man.
Also, this not directly. My next note is easily the standout scene of the entire season, if not honestly the entire series. The Max scene.
Oh yeah, the one where she gets possessed by the dude.
Kinda, yeah. Like
the one where they're at the one where they're at the graveyard. Yeah.
Which, by the way, I think
the build up to that moment was also like
very good.
I'd like to say before you continue with this, because I know it is a good scene, but like the buildup of how the whole creature works in this season is just so good, because it's like, it's weird because it's mildly relatable in a way to the time that we live in the 2020s, of like this sort of mental thing going through you, and this like sort of mental infestation is really interesting.
Right.
And I think like the build up to it and everyone's realization of like, oh, this is how it comes to you is really freaky, and the way it like toys with your emotions with these characters like, and with Max, like, seeing her mother and apologizing to her before she thinks that she dies, and then realizing she never talked with her, is very freaky, but very, very well done, I think, in my opinion. I don't know. It's eerie, and it's really well done.
Like,
and the build up to it, up to this scene, is also really good because it's like they're fucking.
I have it written down. The episode's called, I think, Dear Billy.
Mm-hmm.
Dear Billy is probably my favorite episode of the entire season.
It's damn good.
Easy favorite episode. Like, cause like, if I made a deal with God. We do be running up that hill sometimes. That's the name of the episode. That's the name of the episode.
We do be running up hills.
Oh fuck! What the fuck? Okay. So yeah, just that whole scene of just like I literally like my mind process went through that in that scene of her like running towards that opening of just like they wouldn't kill off like Max, right? And then to the end of it, I was like, oh god, they're gonna kill it. Oh fuck.
Yeah. I will say, like, that's good how they can play with that, because I feel like for a lot of us, we're sort of like, oh, I expect certain characters to die off or things like that, but, like,
right,
that one's, like, it puts into question, like, wait, is she gonna die?
Oh, shit, like,
could she?
Technically, she's a side character that wasn't in the beginning of the show, so there is a possibility that she could die, but then again, like, she's also a vital character to the group at this point, so I don't know if she will die.
And I keep running up that hill, man. I just want to run up that hill.
If I had a chat, what the fuck is the lyrics?
I make a deal with God.
Get him this one. Okay, that song's cool and all, but they overplay it way too fucking much.
I mean, yeah.
Like, I get it with the character thing, but like...
You'll definitely remember it.
Yeah, it's yeah. But yeah, that scene had me screaming, and
yeah,
I thought it was very good. Which leads me into the one part of the season that I didn't really like. I didn't really like the Yuri capture arc.
No, you weren't a fan of it?
I mean, I just think it's weird. Cause like
you're talking about when
like
forgot the names.
Jade. What's her name? Joyce.
Joyce, yep. And what's his name?
Joyce and conspiracy theory guy.
Yeah. They track.
First of all,
the start of that was bullshit.
They just were like, oh yeah, here's like $40,000.
Yeah, let's grab $40,000 out of my savings.
What the fuck? This is the 80s.
That's a lot of money. Like that's like almost enough to like. That's almost like $100,000 or something. Like that's a lot of fucking money.
Like, okay, you can't. Okay, this is the very definition of white fucking privilege. You just fucking show up with $40,000 to Russia.
Big dick swinging, looking for my where's my captured lover?
Taking wide steps. Like what the fuck?
I don't know. I don't get it. I think
just find it.
It's interesting, strange. And I think it's like, holy fuck, we can get Jim back, but like the way they go about it is just so fucking. It's just I'm not sure if I
also just don't like
something better about it.
I also just don't like Yuri as a character. I think he's just annoying and like just kind of doesn't. I just don't like him. Like,
haha, funny Russian man.
I'm funny, crazy Russian man. I take your money, drug you, and then fly. That's it.
Yep, that's the plot. That's him.
And it's a bit that goes fucking, like, gets old fast.
But I will say, like, the way that in that sort of storyline of, like, Jim in Russia trying to, like, stay alive in prison and whatnot, I will say, like, some of that was like really like it's intense kind of stuff where he's like talking about his fucking where they're like trying
peanut butter and
yeah. Well, I mean, like when they're about to like face off the fucking like the Demogorgon that they have captured up that they keep feeding for some reason, and they're just fucking that whole scene where they're like taking in the feast before they fight them the next day is like I don't know about you, I fucking thought that scene was really something about it was really brilliant. I don't know.
I thought that
really
scene
cool.
was good. I'm not talking about okay. I need to clarify something.
Sorry.
I'm not talking about Jim being in the prison. Jim being in the prison is
a different storyline.
It's a different storyline.
Got it.
And I think it's for the most part it's pretty good.
Some parts
I
are weird.
I don't like the Joyce part of like them just showing up to Russia with like $40,000 and like surviving a plane crash because everyone survives a plane crash in everything.
In every film.
In every film and TV show. But yeah, I just thought the whole thing was weird.
Yeah.
Going on a bit, there was one shot of Eddie. Eddie is a cool character. I like Eddie.
Yeah.
I sympathize for the guy that's being framed for murder.
Never mind. I'm not gonna go on with that. Please continue.
I thought the shot of Eddie. There's a shot of Eddie when he's like in that thing with the rocks, of like him just surrounded by rocks and like alone. In episode 6, that I thought was a very good shot. All right, great. Moving on a bit.
So wait, that was it? It's just a good shot?
Yeah, can I not say it's a good shot, Dominic?
No, I mean it is good, but like you just gave me a yes. You didn't give me a yes and. How am I supposed to help you on this journey of
no? I was thinking.
podcasting
I was thinking about a way to like go off that, and I couldn't. So we're moving on.
All right.
All right. So also 11, the whole flashback thing, I thought was like it was kind of cool. But at the same time, like, I shouldn't say. It was cool.
It explained, like, I don't know about you, but that whole storyline and the whole flashbacks and the whole, like, going through it again and again and, like, the lab thing. I don't know about you. That is the reason why I really like season 4. Because it's just so explanatory and, like, the pieces fit together. And like it melds in such a really interesting way. That's why I like season 4 for that, is the fact that it's like, holy fuck, we're figuring it out. Like it's not just something random. It's happening for a reason, you know?
Right.
That's the reason.
I did think it was cool that we finally also got to meet one.
Yeah, that was really interesting. And like that whole plot twist of like, holy fuck, it's because one was like so powerful and that whole like line. And then, like, holy fuck, 11 sealed him away because he killed everybody, even though 11 thought she killed everybody. That's trauma.
I have this written down. One basically is like Darth Vader.
I mean, yeah, pretty much.
Because like
that's Darth Vader.
No, because like when like he's going through the portal into the Upside Down for the first time and getting burned and shit, I'm like, oh, that's Anakin on Mustafar.
I hate you.
I hate you. I loved you.
You were the chosen one.
Jumps up in the air and fucking does flippy dippy shit.
Yeah. I'm just saying. I don't know. I thought it was really compelling, and
I did think it was good, but like, I also kind of cared more for like the main storyline of like them figuring out Vecna.
Yeah. Right. Well, like,
I mean, they do also link to each other, so I guess that makes sense.
Oh, of course, but like I think that of course, yeah, like the classic Stranger Things, like we're finding out this situation for ourselves and trying to fend for it. Like that's of course that's good, yeah. But like it's just so interesting seeing something that different and that in depth and explanatory. It was just I don't know. I enjoyed it because I was like, holy fuck, this makes so much sense for some reason. And I'm like, oh my god, I can finally see all the pieces, and it's I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know. And these
I thought, yeah, I don't know. I liked it, but I didn't like it as much as other storylines, in my opinion.
That's fair. I think. I mean, then again, you brought up the point like you weren't sure between season 3 or season 4, and I'm sort of like, well, I guess it's like the whole, like, I don't know. I think it's sort of like in that case, it's like, well, yeah, I really liked season 4 for that reason, but at the same time, I enjoyed season 3 for other reasons, and I thought it was like, it seemed more entertaining season 3 than season 4, at least to me.
I agree.
Season 4 is a lot more sentimental and a lot more like finale-y, you know?
Yeah.
But still good.
Yeah.
Still damn good.
Pretty damn good. Going on a bit more. Steve getting dragged down the lake into, like, that was fucking sick. Like,
yeah.
And him almost dying is insane.
Oh, yeah.
Jim saying that we'll die as monster slayers is kind of the most Jim line ever and fucking awesome.
Oh, yeah. Shouts to Jim.
Shouts to fucking Jim. Jim's great. Oh, I thought the the effect of them playing with the lights and the upside down.
Yeah.
Like, it looked really cool. Like,
I thought it was well done.
Like I thought like the fact that like all those particles had to be done with CGI and like just seeing all that sparkle and shit, I'm like, that's fucking cool as shit.
It seemed very well developed and like it seemed meticulous. It seemed intentional. Yeah. It wasn't like, oh, we had a preload or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah.
Dead stop.
Time travel was like I was like, oh, okay.
Time travel.
I don't know what the fuck.
Time travel.
When they go
you mean
back,
the upside down when it's 81?
The upside down when it's the past. Like,
well, I thought it was in the past because that was when it was not created necessarily, but like, well, yeah, wasn't that when it was created?
I don't fucking know.
Well, Joey, you watched the whole thing.
Yeah, I did, but like, you did too. So
yeah, but you watched it consecutively.
I don't know if it's like,
you are the note taker.
Did L make the upside? I don't know.
In 81, I thought it was in the 70s. That was the thing. I thought it was weirdly inconsistent about the fact that like they're coming into the upside down in 81, and it seems like it's stuck in 81. But it was interesting because I was sort of like, well, I guess that must be like when either it was created or something of that matter. That's what I think it was. I don't think it had anything to do with time travel. I think it just had everything to do with the fact that it's stuck.
I'm not saying it might be that. Like, I'm just saying, I just said time travel because like it's in like 81, and like fucking Nancy's like, oh my god, it's when Will first was missing. I like Nancy. I don't know why I'm doing this voice.
Yeah, it was like me and Mikey McKernan earlier.
The football jock, whenever like who's hunting Eddie, I forget his name. Every single fucking sentence that guy says is a pro wrestling promo, and I love it. Like,
yeah.
Like,
I didn't think about that before, but yeah, that's pretty much exactly what he's doing.
His speech, like in front of the whole town, like when they're like with the police, is just like it's a pro wrestling promo, and it's fucking awesome.
It's pretty badass.
I forgot that's another storyline that's going on. God, there's like 5 fucking storylines in this season.
There's just so much. There's so much.
The last bunch of episodes of episode 4, of season 4, I thought it also did have a very finale kind of I also thought I had a kind. This is like my last note.
Yeah.
But before I go into another thing, so okay. It's not my fuck it.
All right.
But I thought that like the reason why like season 4 has a very finale kind of feel to it is mainly because like it fucking calls back a lot to season 1. And it reminds you of this journey you've been going on. What the fuck?
Yous guys.
What's up? But like, I just thought that was really cool. Just how like it wraps it all around and like shit.
Mm-hmm.
And
And I think,
yeah,
oh, sorry,
no go.
I was about to say like I think it's interesting that it does wrap it up, and that's why it caught me off so. It caught me off so badly when the last episode was there, and like all these storylines they weren't quite tied
Dude,
up.
it literally ends with like us not knowing if Nancy like survives her encounter with Vecna, which granted, given the trailers for shit, she probably does. But
Perhaps,
like
but it's just funny how like it's just the way it's presented is sort of like, oh yeah, we're reaching the end, but yet it's just so far away. I was just sort of like, wait, so does that mean season 5's gonna come out, or does that mean something else? And then you see the trailer that volume 2 is coming
in July.
in July, and I'm just like, what the fuck? Like, what does that mean? And what
Because
does
they
volume 2
have they
mean?
ever done that before?
Never.
Like,
They've never done that before.
oh shit!
It's they just do a season. That's all. That's how they do it. But this is the first time that they like really prolonged it like that, and I think that's just very. It's very odd in my mind. But at the same time, I mean, it's a lot to talk about.
I think it's odd, but it's also smart from like their perspective to keep constant buzz around the series.
Of course.
Because how like Stranger Things clearly is still relevant because like running up that hill is number 4 on the charts in the U.S. and like number 1 worldwide.
Yeah. People liked
At
it.
least last time I checked.
Well, at one point it was number 1. Like in the
Deal
United States.
with the god.
Because I'm running up that hill.
That hill. It's a very steep hill. I'm going to break my fucking ankles on this hill. But yeah, going into the note I had earlier on, I mentioned the problem with Stranger Things is that it always has an A storyline that I really care about and then a B storyline that I don't really care about that much. I did enjoy Stranger Things season 4, but it had fucking 4 storylines going on at the exact same time. I really cared about the storyline with the mystery of Vecna.
Yeah.
I liked the story of Mike in California and Elle's relationship with him. I'm indifferent to both the Russia storylines. And I thought that the 11 storyline, while it was good, like, I thought, like, the other storylines, in my opinion, were a bit better. And then the Jock hunting storyline, which I forgot about, which technically I think there's 6 storylines now.
There's a lot. There's a lot more than you
shit.
think. There's a lot.
I was like, dude, holy fuck. Like,
so here's my question then. Because I agree with you, but at the same time, the whole situation with them, with Mike and those guys and Will and John stuck in
California.
Yeah, he's stuck in California. I don't know about you. I thought that storyline was like, oh, I felt like that was a trudge.
I thought that storyline was just carried by like the character interactions, kind of.
Yeah, but it's just sort of like, it just feels misleading because it's like, not only are they not getting to anything, they're just struggling to make a connection to anybody or anything, and they're just stuck there. And I don't know about you, but like, to me, that was the most frustrating part about that season, was like, I saw that storyline and I was like, you could, in my mind, you could remove it in my mind. Like, it just, because like, seriously, like, what did it, I don't think it really added too much aside from the love interest of Mikey and some character progression, like, on those characters. But like, the overall story of season 4, like, was ultimately unchanged by that notion in my mind.
I think it also was put in there because
I'm assuming it's going to set up for later, obviously.
Yeah.
But
also,
it's
like,
just,
I think it's also put in there because like a big part of the season is splitting up Nancy and Jonathan.
Right. Yeah.
So I think that's another reason why it's there.
It like started out that way. Like, it was very, very clear that they're just, then like the college thing, they're not lining up. So that's true, but I don't know.
Yeah.
It just seems like it's set up, but it's like a really like, I don't know. I came to those scenes in that season and I was just like, oh, fuck, what the fuck else is going on? I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know.
Your silence to speak volumes, so I assume that what I said was not very helpful.
I don't know. It's also been a while since I like. It's gonna sound weird. It's been like a week since I finished the series.
That's fair. I'm also remembering it from like a couple weeks ago. Like I haven't seen it in a while.
Like,
but I remember seeing it and being like, oh, jeez.
Like I still thought that it was good overall. Like the whole overall show.
Yeah,
the show overall. Like,
oh yeah,
I did. It's just, I don't know. It's just like,
it's a lot.
That's
the whole thing about Stranger Things, especially season 4, is just the fact that you can feel a lot of things about the show, and there's just so much going on that yet connects to itself, and it's all really good, and it's hard to manage it. But I think, like, overall, in the fact that it manages it, I mean, it's a fucking... The fact that it can do that is really impressive.
I will say that every single storyline, although there are a lot of them, they do justify, like, being there.
Yeah. In like, some way.
Like, let me think. The California storyline is supposed to talk about... It leads into the Elle storyline of her getting her powers back, while also talking about Jonathan's relationship with Nancy, Will's relationship of being lonely, kind of, and Mike's fallen out relationship with Will and everything. Elle's whole thing is also getting back to, is like learning how to be around people in the real world, while also going to school, but then also turns into her getting her powers back so she can eventually go back to Hawkins. Jim's storyline is all about him trying to survive in Russia while also trying to escape from Russia and shit. The Joy storyline is obviously about getting Jim back because she cares about him, and they're really hinting at both of them getting into a relationship, which will be cool. And then the Hawkins storyline is just about the new mystery of this season.
Yeah.
And also like the Jock storyline like is meant to kind of show the paranoia and like stuff and like misinformation going on this season that the townsfolk feel. Like they do justify themselves. It's just a lot. Like
it's a lot to take in.
Like I struggled to fucking remember all that. Like
yeah, and that's why like they had like a recap episode before this season and all that kind of stuff, because like goddamn, it's all really good, but just it's, you know, you got to be prepared to watch it. I mean, it's hard.
Yeah.
Feels difficult to watch because it's just so much, but it's very entertaining, I think, on the whole. It's funny, it's witty, it's clever.
After that cliffhanger at the end of this season, I'm looking forward to the next volume of season 4.
Very much. Very much so. And like, you know, if you actually no, here, Joey, this is where you'll cut back in, because I'm assuming, Joey, that's the end of your thoughts. This is where we're gonna cut back in. Nice. This is where we're gonna cut back into everyone else's timestamp right now. So, oh my god, you really wanted to fuck him in the ass because of that? I mean, it was just simply like a dildo that was made of Pepsi cans. Like, there's nothing more sexual than just the brand of Pepsi going straight into your anal cavity. Like, hey man, it's just the way life goes.
Hey man, it's the Pepsi plunge, bro, you know?
The Pepsi plunge.
That's the name of CM Punk's, like, finisher.
It's...
I'm not joking.
It sounds like a 90s toy. Like a toy plunger made by Pepsi, like in the 90s for like Play-Doh or something. Experience Pepsi Plunge!
Experience the Pepsi Plunge with Pepsi Man. Oh my god. Do you remember that fucking image I sent of fucking...
Which one?
I'll wrap the episode up after this. But there's an image of an AEW drink list.
Will future Joey put this on the screen?
Yeah, I'll put it on screen because it's in the Discord already. And it's a drink list of a bunch of like cocktails that AEW was serving at an event. And CM Punk is famously straight edge, so he doesn't drink or smoke or anything. And there's one called the Young Bucks, I think, on there. And there's one called the CM Punk. and its description is literally just a Pepsi on the rocks.
Yeah,
Just like,
it's so
that's
good.
fucking awesome.
It's pretty goddamn funny.
Dominic, I think this episode's been going on for a while. Do you see an ambulance in the distance from my fucking throat for talking this long?
I think I've been ran over by an ambulance, if I'm being completely honest. I'm not sure if it was for me.
An ambulance from Hawkins.
Yeah. It's probably flipped over at some point.
Oh, my water's warm. Anyway.
Did you pee in it?
No! After I said that, I was like, I need to say fucking peeing in it. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed this episode of We're Having a Stroke. I hope you enjoyed our spoiler cast on Stranger Things. And if you skipped to this part, I hope you enjoyed our talks about
Just fucking everything in sight. Anything that moves will be eaten out and fucked.
The second you said consumed from my, I was like, where's he going with this? Where the fuck is he going with this?
I had to take a step back, like, wait a minute, I gotta line up the shot and I'll get
it. Wait.
Eat out.
Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed this episode of We're Having a Stroke. If you like this episode, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Share this with a friend or an enemy, especially an enemy, during these tough times.
Share with an enemy. Share with two enemies. Share with two friends. The more the merrier. And, I know it's not a Christmas in July quite yet because it's June. But, you get the point. Share it. Share it, you motherfucker. I dare you. I dare you.
Do it.
What are you, a pussy? Do it.
Share this with Doug Walker. Anyway.
Please share this with Doug Walker.
Anyway,
I'm begging you.
This has been We're Having a Stroke. My name is Joey. My co-host is Dominic. And we will see you guys next week.
I love you.
I mean it. I love you.
I just like you a lot.